Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine at your homes and following the safety measures given by the government. My dear students, this is Navneet Singh and I am here to explain the first chapter in geography, that is provided you in the PDF form. I hope you have read this chapter very carefully. Now we are going to explain. As you know, we all live in environment, and in order to survival, our environment provides us a number of things like soil, water, air, food, clothing, shelter, etc. And these things which are essential to our survival, what we can say, these things are called resources. And this very important topic which have very essential importance in our life are called resources. So there is a need to learn about this topic. What are resources? How many types of resources are there? How we can utilize them? So my dear children, we are going to start resources. In the early time, early man used these resources as usual in their natural form, but with the help of development. The early men grow their skills, their wisdom, and they get easily use of them. They make their work easier and easier. Like with the help of passing time, they make the rotating wheel. They invented fire, and that wise a systematic way the development occurs. So we can say with the help of skill and knowledge, we can convert these natural resources in more useful things. Now, importance of resource. How the resources are have importance to their society, their nation. Importance. Resources are very important materials. You can say for any country or nation, resources having a very important role. For example, as petroleum oil for the Saudi Arabia, or you can say the African countries, their natural resources like minerals for the African countries. These are the helpful for their economic wealth. They have very important role because all the things which human being can use are resources, and which nation use their resources with the help of skill and technology, they are growing or they are developing, and they get developed with the help of their resources. So there is a need of knowing the type of resources. How many type of resources are there? I am going to explain the type of resources. Students, mainly the resources are of two types. One is natural resource, and another is man-made resource. Two main types are there. One is natural resource which we get naturally from our environment, and man-made resources are those which, with the help of skill and knowledge, the man can convert in easier way. Let us discuss the natural resource, and we will discuss about man-made resource later on. Natural resources mainly of two types. One is human resource and another is other natural resource. Easily visual. Human resources can be classified as if human being, any country, if utilize their people as a resource, what it can do? A country can provide education, health services and knowledge to their people. If the people of a country will be skilled, educated, healthy, they will be resource for a country. So we can say human resources are those as educated people. Education, health. Health means healthy people and which have knowledge about health, like medical staff, and intelligence. Intellectual peoples, like if anyone have a skill to drive a car, drive a bus, they will be more profitable work as unskilled workers. Clear? Now, very clear, I am going to tell you, natural resources are two main types. There is a difference between human resource and man-made resource. We will discuss it later on. Human resources are also natural resources, but they are in human form, like teachers, doctors, engineers, etc. Main and very important, other natural resources. What are they? Like, example of other natural resources are like sunlight. We get from sun directly, air, water, soil, and in soil or in the rocks, other mineral resources are available. Clear? Now, we will discuss natural resources. How many types are there? Two terms are clear. Resources, natural resources are mainly two types. One is human resource, another is natural resource, other natural resource. Natural resources are of many types, other types, like on the basis of origin. So, on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, we can divide mineral natural resources on two types. One is biotic resource and another is abiotic resource. What are biotic resources? Biotic resources are those which are in living form, all living things which are available on the earth, like plants, animals and microorganisms. These are called biotic resources. And abiotic resources, just opposite of the biotic, all the non-living things like land, water, air. These are mineral. These are the abiotic resources. Such on the basis of origin, and another type on the basis of development. On the basis of development. On the basis of development, resources are also of two types. One is actual resource and another is potential resource. As their names, actual resources are those which are available in the earth, and we all are aware about their quality, quantity, their use, and how useful they are for the country. Like mineral oil, like iron, coal, petroleum, and those resources which are available in the nature, and we know their use, their quantity, their quality, that can be considered as actual resources. And in other hand, potential resources, both are having in our nature, but potential resources are those whose quantity is unknown, either known or unknown, and their use are either known or unknown. Like for example, the wind energy and solar energy. Some times ago, we are not aware about sunlight can be used as electricity with the help of solar panels. Until that time, the solar energy was as potential resource to us. But nowadays, with the help of technology, we are using solar panels and using the solar energy as electricity. So, what are potential resources? Potential resources are those whose quantity and quality is either known or unknown, and they are stored for our future generation. When we get knowledge how we can use these resources, then they will be useful to us as actual resource. Another example I want to explain, like African forest. I can tell you, Africa continent is full of minerals, but the people of Africa are not well aware, not having knowledge, not having technology, how to use their resources. So we can say Africa continent having more and more potential resources. In our country, there is an example of potential resource as uranium. Uranium is stored and we will use it in future. Now, another classification. We have discussed on the basis of origin, on the basis of development. Now, we are going to explain. Okay. You should note down these topics in a separate notebook, like resources, types of resources. Type of resources we will discuss on the basis of origin, on the basis of development. Now, on the basis of renewability. Is it clear? Visible? On the basis of renewability on the basis of renewability, resources are of two types. One is renewable resource and another are non-renewable. Non-renewable resource. Now, renewable resources are those which we get from the nature and they can renew or they will be renew and not get exhausted, like solar energy, wind energy and water energy, mean hydroelectricity. These we can say these are the renewable resources. They can renew themselves. And non-renewable resources are those which are in limited form, limited sources, and they get exhausted in sooner or later. They get exhausted. For example, coal, petroleum, minerals, they get a long time to get renewed. Thousands of years coal get to renew. So we can say these are the non-renewable resources. Another form on the basis of distribution. On the basis of distribution, how many type of resources are there? Also, how many types? Two types. One is ubiquitous and another is localized. On the basis of distribution, two type of resources are there: ubiquitous resource. Ubiquitous resources are those which are available all over the earth, easily available. Like, what can we say? The air is present all over the earth in the environment. That is an example of ubiquitous resource. Soil is all over available on the earth. Sunlight is available all over the earth. These are the best example of ubiquitous resources. So we can say the resources which are all over available on the earth are called ubiquitous resources. And then localized resources, just opposite of it. Localized resources are those which are limited in quantity and found in specific areas. Okay, like iron ore is available in our country, Jharkhand area, Jamshedpur area, and minerals are available in Gujarat and Maharashtra region. Natural gas is available in specific areas. So we can say localized resources are those which are available in, they are found in particular specific areas. For example, natural gas, coal, petroleum, and iron, gold, silver, etc. So my dear children, we have discussed the resource
two main type of resource, two main natural resource or two types, human resource and other natural resources. Other natural resources mainly of are four types. On the basis of origin, two types are there, biotic and abiotic. On the basis of development, two types are there, actual and potential. On the basis of renewability, two types of resources are there, renewable and non-renewable. On the basis of distribution, also two types of resources are there, that is ubiquitous and localized. How important resources are there? But now we are going to read man-made resource. Okay, man-made resources, my dear children, as we know, from early time human beings are using natural resources, but as you know, in history you are reading the human development in class 6 ancient, how human being developed from early man to civilized. In 7th medieval part, how our country attacked from the other invaders. And now you will read modern in class 8. With the help of skill and knowledge, education, the man, it is the nature of human being. They want to make their life more and more comfortable, luxurious, with the help of natural resource. So, what mankind can done? They use all the natural resources available in their surrounding and make them, use them for their survival or make their life comfortable. Like they make roads to make their journey easier. They make ship, boat to make their journey easier from one place to another. They make buildings for their comfort. They make offices to make their work easier. So we can say man-made resources are those natural resources which human being converted them in a easier way to live their life in easier way, make their life luxurious and comfortable. Another very examples are there, like human being use iron in the form of iron ore, that is not much more value, but if the human being convert them iron and then from iron they convert them in car, truck, buses, they are very useful and they make luxurious life for the human being. They make fan, cooler, air conditioner for the human being and they make their life comfortable. So man-made resources, what are the example? Road, building, offices, car, bus, truck, all the things which are made by human being with the use of natural resource and converted them to the items which are useful to the human being. We can say that are man-made resources. Now, another topic. As been aware, resources are very important. All the resources, natural, human, man-made, all resources are very important. So, it is our moral duty, moral responsibility, we can conserve these resources. As you know, non-renewable resources are exhausting day by day, and number of resources, if with the growing population, if they get exhausted, our coming generation will not be aware, will not be see, and will not be use these resources. So it is our moral duty. We can use these resources in a proper way, and it is our duty. We can conserve, we must conserve, we should conserve these resources for our coming generation. So we are going to read about conservation of resources. How we can conserve these resources? Yes? We can use the resources in a very proper way. We do not waste the resources like minerals and water, because soil is also a resource. So we conserve the soil erosion, okay, with the help of technologies. We want to plant more and more trees for the balance of environment, atmosphere. And one important term is, you can say, sustainable development. Sustainable development means the use of resources in such a way which do not waste our resources. In a very mannered way, we can use the resources and we let it remain for the coming generation. 2 or 3 topics are there. Mixer, hello. We can conserve resources with the help of these safety measures. One is, we do not use toxic materials. Like in the developing environment, the farmers are using number of you can say the things, medicines on their plants, toxic things for the treatment of the animals, human being. We do not use such toxic materials because these are very harmful to the soil. And another is, do not littering. Do not throw wastes all over the earth. Use the dustbins and make our environment pure and clear. Okay. Another, third is, avoid overuse of resources. Always we must avoid overuse of these resources, and we check our tap, they will tight always to check the wastage of water, and whenever we are is necessary to use bike, car, etc., then we will use. Otherwise we use cycle, and walking distance is if there, then we must walk to the destination. Another and very important term is, we must use 3 R. What is it? The reduce, recycle and reuse. The renewable resources. First of all, we reduce the uses of those resources, and if they get recycled, recycle those resources and then reuse them. So with these safety measures we can conserve the resources. A very important term is there in the book, sustainable development. Sustainable development refers to the overall development of a nation, especially without damaging its natural environment. So, we completed this chapter. Resource. My dear children, read it carefully and try to answer the exercises, multiple choice questions, very short questions, short answer questions with yourself, and in the next class we will discuss about these MCQs, matchings, short answer and long answer questions. Thank you.